Howdy folks, Ranger Sly here. As you can see, it's a new setup because I have lightning problem at my usual one. So you're in front of another bookcase. This one holds my Western novels and books. In the last video, we left two unresolved issues. The first one was the opening of a package that my good friend TheGreyman sent me. You can see his mug over here. And the second one is I promised you an explanation on why it has taken more than a year, almost 2 years now, before I made new videos, which was the last one. So that's what we will resolve in this episode. Okay, let's start with the most interesting. So, I know Greyman sells comic books, mostly in the UK's, I think, because shipping is murder. So, if you ever want to buy comic books from him, do not hesitate because he packs his packages real well. He sent me the comics in a Gemini mailer, and as you can see, the Gemini mailer is wrapped in brown paper. And I ripped inside the part of the Gemini that holds the books, and you can see it's well packed. And if you look inside, the whole package is wrapped in a magazine plastic bag. There's a note that we'll read in a second, and as you can see, there's the comic inside. It's protected in the back by a backing board, and he puts another backing board in front to protect the first cover from scratch and all that. So, and I'll read the note as quickly as I can. Hi Sly, you groovy guy. Gray here with a little AOK, nothing super, as I'm not a generous man. Haha. Yes, you are. Sorry, The Brave and the Bold wasn't available, but hopefully you'll enjoy these comics anyway. Yeah, the explanation is the whole AOK came out because about a year ago, Greyman was showing books on his channel that he wanted to sell, and I spotted one that I wanted to buy from him, but he refused the money. He just said, I'm gonna send you it as an AOK with maybe a few other things. And I spotted another book that I wanted, and I said, well, if you want to include this one in the AOK, that would be cool. And that was a Brave and the Bold Christmas issue, I think, with Toyman, maybe, I want to say. Anyway, so by the time I responded, I think he had already sold the Brave and the Bold, so it's no biggie. So the rest of the books are mostly stuff I picked up when he showed stuff he wanted to sell, and he sent me one surprise inside. Anyway, on with the note. I put in a Dan Dare. I'm not sure if you know the character at all. A British space hero originally from the 50s, I think. I noticed it has a couple of interior tears, which is annoying as heck, I think. Sorry, my handwriting is so terrible. Thanks for the awesome support and friendship on YouTube. Much appreciated. Stay greymazing. Gray. Yeah, I know Dan Dare. I haven't read much Dan Dare, but I know it's a British classics. So this is the first book that started the whole thing. This is Flash number 275. It's a key issue because, spoiler, Iris West, Flash's girlfriend, gets killed in this one. But I first spotted this because of the beautiful cover. It's a costume party, and the guy in the front, which is the assassin, I guess, is disguised as the Golden Age Sandman, his original costume with the gas mask. So I thought it was cool. And I know this is a little bit expensive book because of the death of Iris West, so that's why I offered to buy it from him, because it's not cheap on eBay. But Greyman says no, I'll send it to you for free, because I think it's because I've sent in a couple of AOKs in the past, so he wanted to give the love back. So yeah, that's the first book that started the whole AOK. And he sends books like I do, which is 2 per bag and board, so it doesn't weigh as much. Among the books he was selling, I spotted this one. I had no idea what this was about, but I thought it was a nice cover, and I liked the title, Hi-Fi Fight Club, with a record inside. So I asked him if I could have this in the AOK also. And I remember he asked me, "Are you sure? This doesn't seem to be your style." But I want to try. I like to try new things sometimes. Not too often, but yeah. Another book I spotted was this one, The Phantom by Hermes Press, I think. I like The Phantom, but my attention got grabbed by the name of the writer, Peter David, who was one of my favorite comic book writers. And the art is by Sal Luto, not a bad artist, and he actually does great stuff in this one. So I wanted to read this. And on the back is the famous Dan Dare that he was talking about in his note. And the 5th and last book in this package was this colorful Porky Pig number 69 from 1960. I was happy when Greyman was showing this among the books he wanted to sell, because he says that he doesn't collect them. So and he accepted to put it in my package. I'm looking forward to read those. They're always fun to read. And so yeah, I'll put down a link down below to TheGreyman's channel, but most of you guys I know are already subscribed. He's a pillar of the community. He gives a lot of comments on other people's channels, and he puts out a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna also put a link to his merch market if you want to buy one of those mugs with his mug on it and have a greymazing day while drinking your coffee. So back to the comic book that started the whole thing. I really love this cover. I love the Golden Age Sandman and at the costume ball, and also I love that it has a 12 pence price, so I will always remember in my collection that it came from Britain, from my good friend TheGreyman. So on with the explanation. I feel I owe an explanation on why I hadn't made videos in more than a year, almost 2 years now. It's also explained why I don't leave as many comments as I used to. I first became known, I think, in the community mostly because I was a generous contributor to comments and live chat rooms comments, and more people kept pushing me to start my own channel so I could share my knowledge of comic books. And during the early COVID days, I work at the elementary school, and the school board decided everyone who had big health issues like I do.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
Had to be removed from work, had to be removed from the risk of getting COVID and dying. So I was at home with nothing to do, and I had received a few AOKs at this point, and I wanted to thank the people who sent them to me, so I had a lot of time on my hands, so I started a channel and started to make videos, mostly to thank people who sent me my first AOKs. I think Night Tiger was the very first one. And so yeah, and then I had time, so I decided to make videos like everyone else. So I made comic book haul videos, I made unboxing, I kept trying to promote other people's channel at the same time, and I had a lot of time, so I think I was leaving about 20 comments per day on other people's channel. But COVID calmed down, I was back to work, and my work, I love to work with kids, but when I come home at night, I'm drained of energy, so I don't have energy to make videos. And during my vacation, so during the summer when I'm off, my best friend Eric, who is the editor of my videos, he's actually in in a big rush during the whole summer. He does 2 jobs. He edits movies and TV episodes, and he's swamped. He doesn't have time to do pro bono work for me, and that's perfectly understandable. So it's bad timing. When I have time to make videos, he doesn't have time to edit them. And also, let's be honest, I have a huge problem of procrastination. So yeah, I kept pushing back in the next video and pushing back, and I felt bad because meanwhile I had received the package from TheGreyman and a big package from Surf Blue, and Surf Blue kept asking me, when are you going to show what I sent you? And I didn't want to open the package before I made the video to be surprised when I opened the stuff.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
So yeah, I apologize to both of these guys. They're good friends, good people, and they deserve to have those videos made way before I did. Anyway, so when COVID calmed down, as I said, I went back to work. I didn't have as much time on my hand to watch tons of video every day like I used to. So I apologize also to all the other channels, because they're really channels that I don't have time anymore to watch. I'm very sorry, but if you mostly show modern stuff, I'm not that much into modern stuff. I will try to make a visit once in a while and leave a comment once in a while, but I really don't have the time that I used to have to watch dozens of video per day and leave, like I said, I used to leave about 10 to 20 comments on other people's channel every single day of the whole COVID lockdown. So that's it. That's the explanation on why I don't visit other people's channel as much as I used to do and as much as I would like to do. I'm doing my best with the time I have. Hopefully in 2023, one of my resolution is still try to put 1 or 2 videos in the year. So good luck with that, Sly. So that's the explanation. Thank you very much for those who listen until the end. I'm gonna leave with my best wishes for 2023 for every channel out there in the community. And until we meet again very soon, I hope, happy trails, everyone.